Hello and welcome to week 3 of our class. Wanted to review some things this week, just going to make sure that all of our folks are on task. After grading our first week's assignments, looks like everyone was doing very, very well and was writing as expected and creating as expected. One little side note on any creation and things we look in our master's program that you remember, if you use outside sources, pictures, videos, text, we want to cite those appropriately in APA style. So take a look at that within your presentation. That would be the only thing that I noticed. That would make sure we include that citation within each slide or part of the presentation or underneath each quote appropriately in APA style whenever we do a presentation. Kind of reviewing and looking at some of our pieces for this week. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you all and start rolling what we're looking at for expectations for the week. Alrighty, in week 3, we're hoping to see a lot more of the good conversation and from those in the group presentation piece. Thank you, Regina, for starting out our conversation and making sure that we had a group presentation within that. This week we have Melissa and Elisa are going to share and start off our conversation. The thread is there. Go ahead and start that thread and look at the research by Tuesday, so we have an opportunity to respond to that over the course of the week. Remember, the discussions, we should be in the discussion for a certain amount of time where you are posting a answer or some research that you found in relation to the discussion question that is posted, and then that you respond to 2 other people during the week by Sunday. And so we should see a total of at least 3 posts from you in a discussion module to make sure that everybody's working collaboratively together to further each other's learning. Okay. Really looking this week at some augmented reality opportunities and some social media pieces, and really kind of getting you into some technologies that might be very, very unique and instructional to include into your classrooms, or maybe just some outside models to work with students. We're looking at the Emerging Technologies book. If you're interested in reading it, there's some good information on that about what the world is looking at as far as informational technology, social media, and the way that we're using that for professional development, social media and the ways that we use that for communication, and things along that nature. So to kind of take a look at that and look and see what augmented reality is and how that might be incorporated into a classroom setting. So that's something for you to kind of look at on our Evernote. Again, it's an Evernote piece. It's not the trees there. So make sure you're looking at Evernote for some of our reading pieces included in there. Like I said, we had a discussion, talks about the postings so far that are coming up, and that we have the opportunity to respond back and forth to people. And then during this time, we're going to go to the Goodreads bookshelf. The big thing here is going into creating an account, creating a profile, complete the instructions that are in the rubric. So we're going to go look at that rubric piece together here. Within week 3, we're going to look at the Goodreads connection piece connected to Amazon. It was a good place where you could link students into providing reading materials to them that sometimes are open sourced and available for multiple people to use. So you can create a new thread and post your link. What we're looking for that also is to look through there for some emerging technologies in a book that might be of interest to you and something that may be interest to the class. A good topic that could come up in our discussions also. And kind of look through that book and then write a review of what you had read or and seen or detailed during this week. Our pieces here, make sure you're familiar with the emerging technologies and you're interested in finding more stuff on the website itself as you pull down and make things available. Make sure that you access and give me an opportunity to see that piece. So you should, on your Goodreads site, include a photo of yourself, your description, a little bit of what, if you see my piece in our Blackboard settings, if you look under the instructor, you get a chance to see kind of what they're looking for within there when you post yourself and put yourself out there. Have at least 4 emerging technology books linked to your account. One of those books you have to plan to read. So what you make sure you're submitting to me is that link, so I have an opportunity to go ahead and take a look at your account. So you need to share and make it open and available for me to see. So when I go through and do the grading, hopefully by Wednesday, Thursday, I'll get completed with the week 2 assignment and do the discussion module gradings at that time also. Like what I've said, we've seen some good pieces in there for people to follow. So those have been going very, very well. Make sure you're checking up on the who's presenting when, because that's going to be the big piece for us, is in communicating who is in the conversation and what we're doing. So here are all the students in the class. Take a look at that, and I broke down the presentations and times we do some grouping. So this is week 3, next week's week 4, week 5, 6, and 7. So become accustomed to when is your opportunity to link into the text and bring some conversation or discussion topics to the class. So those are some important pieces that we need to make sure we're getting. Thank you for being such diligent students. I'll link this to our site again. Quick communications, you're free to send me an email, text messages, or respond as quickly as possible. Those are usually the first things I see when I'm at work, and so I get those responded. I do see the emails pretty much every day, and we'll try to respond to those also. So hopefully you all have a good week, and God bless.